Today is a very important day. We're going to be doing some chain breaking. I don't know that this is going to be a day for shouting or a day that, you might find your shout in here. I think we always find our shout in the Word of God. I believe that. But sometimes the word is tough, and there's a tough word to get out. And this one is a tough one. And please know that for the preacher, oftentimes, he has to get it before you get it, or she has to get it before you get it. And so know that I'm preaching to myself, preaching to you at the same time. Always, always. It's never a situation where I'm speaking to somebody or trying to talk down to somebody about something that we're going through. I've been through it all, seen it all, and God delivered me from it all. I can shout on that right there. Anyway, I want to jump right in. Um, I was in the I kind of took a break from social media except for our ministry page, but I am able to see a lot that's going on. And I did check out a message last Sunday from Pastor Jamal Bryant, a message where he preached Psalms 23, and it was entitled, "We Ain't Never Scared." And it was his response to some of the things being done to him in the White House. And of course, he's heading a charge for a 40-day Lent fast of Target. And I want to say that that was such a spirit-filled message. I probably would say I've heard him before. Maybe one of the best times I ever heard him preach, but definitely a relevant time. And I would admonish you to go check out that sermon from Pastor Jamal Bryant. It was amazing. But what I want to say is there was some ridicule that came after that. A lot of people talking about he shouldn't be talking about politics in the pulpit, etc., anything political. I'm setting up our praise break moment. Um, the theologian Karl Barth said it this way. He said that a preacher should preach with the Bible in one hand and a newspaper in the other. What he meant by that is we shouldn't be so out of touch with the news that we cannot help bring liberation from what people are going through, from what they see in the news by means of the Word of God. You got to know what's going on around you. And I believe that that type of liberation preaching was what was achieved by Pastor Bryant, and I commend him for that. So with that said, my praise break moment is going to be something slightly political. I don't really dig too much into politics, but this one, I found a praise break in it. So if you've been watching the news, you may have seen on CNN or all the other broadcast channels a meeting between President Trump and the Ukrainian President Zelensky, and along with Vice President Vance. I was deeply disturbed by that. There was a shouting match. It was them being disrespectful to this man. It was them saying that he should apologize. I mean, he should thank the president for what the United States have done for Ukraine, and that he never thanked them. And of course, that was fact checked, and you can fact check that. On a few occasions, President Zelensky did thank the American people and President Biden during his time. And so it was a lot of that shouting match going on. Very embarrassing for a president to sit and do that. But I found a praise break in that. Sometimes when you are in the midst of battle and you're destined for something, there will be those who shout down on you. There will be those who think that they're bigger than you, but they haven't fought what you fought. And I found it because this little man, small in stature, as you can see compared to President Trump, being talked down to by the president, hasn't endured any of the things that he endured. Matter of fact, we don't even know if the attempt on his life was real or staged. But here is a man in the midst of battle, his country, smaller, tried to be taken over by a larger country in Russia, and they couldn't do it. They still can't do it. 3 years later, they still haven't taken over that country. He fought, and he's small. But no matter who you are, nothing can take the place of your strength if you have favor upon you. It's obvious that this man is he they were I mean Ukraine, last I checked, Ukrainian people didn't do anything wrong. Russia just decided we want your country. And look at him still standing. And so where's the praise break in it? Family, you will be in situations where there will be people who appear to be bigger than you, but they're smaller. Smaller in mind, smaller in spirit, smaller in body. And what I enjoyed about President Zelensky is that he maintained his calm, maintained his cool, sat there and took all of that abuse and then walked out, probably embarrassed by what was done to him. But guess what? He's going back to his free country, still free, still fighting, and continuing to fight the battle. Family, I don't care who talks down on you. I don't care what's said to you. I don't care who told you you're not big enough. I don't care who tells you that you're in big trouble. You don't got to worry about anything if you're confident in yourself and what God is going to do for you. Be confident, family. We can learn, and we've learned before, all through the Bible, that God uses small things to put to shame big things. I think the bigger man is from Ukraine. I'm gonna leave that there, and I don't know how. I'm not into politics, and this will go any kind of way. It's right out here in the middle of. I'm in the middle of a social media that has the whole world watching, but I said what I said. That's it. And so I just believe that when we think about this, we can think about God always using something small to take out something big. And I also want to just put in a plug, since we just came off of David, studying David. I preached on David for like 4 weeks straight, only to find out that on Prime Video, there is actually a David series out called House of David that you can watch, where it's excellently done. They really show and tell a great story. So I admonish you to check that out, where David goes through David's coming up in as a shepherd, being selected by Samuel, slaying Goliath. So many things about it is just so great. So I think God was up to something with that David thing, because I had no idea that show was coming out. And then right after we finished that, the show came out. So there is no, I don't believe in coincidences when it comes to God. He always does something, always sets up something for a reason for all of us if we watch.